Hi everyone and welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today we're going to be taking a look at the Mattel DC Multiverse Batwoman from the Collect and Connect Clayface wave. And if you want to get one of these for yourself, you can do so at Big Bad Toy Store. There'll be a link in the description below. Now, taking a closer look at the box here, you can see the Clayface head just inside. It looks amazing. I really do want to build up this Clayface. I'm not too fussed about figures 4 and 5 down here, but the others, Superman and that Green Lantern, they look fantastic. I'll definitely be picking those two up as well, and I'll just try and get these two either cheap, or I'll try and get the parts or something, because that Clayface looks absolutely badass. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing open and take a closer look. And here's Batwoman out of the packaging, standing roughly just under 6.5 inches tall, right to the top of those ears on the cowl when the figure is fully standing, meaning she's going to fit in perfectly with both your Universe Classics and also Marvel Legends if you so wish. With a lot of new molding and being super comic book accurate, this figure looks incredible. So first up, let's take a look at the included accessory. So here we have the unmasked head, and it is obviously very comic book styled, and with just a complete flat tone for the hair right there, but I think it's done well enough, and it definitely does capture a short hairstyle pretty well. The eyes are done really well, the eyebrows, the lips, everything. The sculpt is great, all the paint is nice and clean and everything, and very pale skin tone as it should be, so it works very well and it does the job, and it fits on the peg very nicely. As for the figure itself, this thing looks amazing. The silver right there on the clasps is a very nice touch. Once again, with this head sculpt, the paintwork is done very, very cleanly. You can see those sharp black points that come down on the cowl. They're painted very, very well. They are actually molded on there as well. The lips, again, done very well in exactly the same tone on the face as well. The hair looks fantastic. Now, this is obviously where the figure shines in comparison to that shorter hair. This hair is obviously kind of the fake hair. It's attached to the cowl. But it does actually have a wash in it, which makes it look fantastic. Really does stand out, all of that detail. The cape there, the molding is awesome with all the folds and everything. It's a very thin, streamlined looking cape, which I think suits the character very well with the red on the inside, and it is quite flexible. It's pretty much the same material as all other Mattel capes, and you've got that mold line running halfway through, which pretty much all Mattel capes do have, so very reminiscent of the Universe Classics kind of days. Reminds me of a Robin kind of a cape. The bat symbol on the chest is done incredibly cleanly as well. It does look a little bit chunky, but it looks very nice and comic book accurate. Very sharp edges. The red is perfect, and I must say the red throughout this entire figure all matches up, whether it's molded or painted. It looks fantastic. You can see here as well, the belt is actually glued to the figure in such a way that it actually angles so that it sits over her hips the way that it should, which means it doesn't impede any articulation as well. It is slightly slanted on here, but it might actually be supposed to be like that. I'm not too sure, but it looks good either way anyway. But you cannot move it around. It is glued in place. There's a peg in the front, and then it's kind of glued all the way around and also on the back there as well. Onto the gauntlets now. We do actually have some molding around those spikes as well, so that's pretty sweet. No other interchangeable hands or anything like that, or batarang or anything, but I'm sure you'll be able to get something from one of your other figures and put it into this hand. This one right here is obviously a fist. You can't do anything with that. Articulation-wise, this figure is pretty nicely jointed, to be honest with you. The head can be a little bit loose at times, but it will hold poses, so it's perfectly fine. And there's enough room in between the shoulder and the hair and everything to get the full range of motion there, which is very nice. So you got the left and right. Up a little bit, not too much, but down is very nice there. So you got like a kind of double ball peg in there, so you got lots of movement in there. The shoulders do come up very nicely and rotate all the way around. Then you've just got your swivel and your hinge there at the elbow, and then your swivel and hinge at both of the wrists. Your diaphragm is on the double ball peg there, so you can pivot side to side, forwards, back, and then obviously you're turning left and right there as well. In some poses you will just open up the chasm into the chest there, and the back you can see kind of overlap and everything. It's not the prettiest of articulation, but it works, and I would choose articulation over looks any day as something as important as that. And in most cases, it does look very good, so that's perfectly fine. Down at the hips, they move out very well, and forward too, and then not really any back. Rotation at the upper part of the thigh, double jointed knees, which feel very smooth and look fantastic. That's a very kind of seamless joint for a knee joint. Looks really, really good. And then you have the feet that move up and down, and they basically just swivel left and right, but don't have like a proper ankle pivot or anything in there. And she does have some peg holes in the feet if you want to help her standing up. Because she doesn't have that ankle pivot, that might be useful in some poses. Overall, this figure is a must-have for any Batwoman fan. She doesn't have that many figures out there, but she's getting a lot more love very recently, especially with being on the Arrowverse now, so that is fantastic for the character. And yeah, this thing is amazing, and like I said, it'll suit any of your Universe Classics and everything like that, so I definitely do recommend this to all Batwoman fans out there. It's a must-have and maybe the best ever Batwoman figure to date, so definitely go ahead and grab this. It's got an awesome collect and connect piece as well. Like I say, I can't say it enough. It's a must-have. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like. And if you want to see more from me, there's some videos on the screen right now and some links in the description below to my social media. For more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.